Hello, my beautiful soul, and welcome to this episode of Empowering Women with Celeste Luna. I am your spiritual guide and energy healer, and in today's episode, I want to shine some light upon the trap that everybody falls into once in a while at some point in their life. Some people are living in this. I have people very close to me who are living this like constantly, making their life harder than it needs to be, creating all of this drama, all of these trouble that could have been unnecessary, that could have gained them a better life. But okay, so going into this trap is that you might take on a bad job or a hard job or a big project or something that takes all of your energy, and it creates a lot of problems and a lot of drama, and you get so frustrated about this, and you complain about it all the time, and like it's just not going to work, and you keep saying like, oh, I wish it was different, and I want another job or I want something better, and so on and so on. But if you look at it from a bigger perspective, that's what they keep creating. You know, they want a better job, but then they keep attracting these bad jobs because subconsciously they are choosing these jobs that are really hard or going to create a lot of drama to avoid dealing with themselves, to avoid dealing with their own life, to avoid dealing with their own emotions and their own reality, like the reality they live in. And I also know this to some extent because, I have big dreams. I'm very ambitious, I'm very passionate, and I really want to get my work out into the world. So, sitting down and really taking in, like sitting down with reality, with my life the way it is now, is actually a little painful, if not to say the least, because it pains me so much to be in this situation where I feel like I could do so much better. I should be so much further. Like life could be so much better. I know the potential is there. I know I'm gonna get it, but it's just not there yet. There's a lot of frustration. And maybe you know this. It just come out this example the other day, thinking about someone, and I kind of went into it and reflected on it and asked myself, like, why would someone do this to themselves? Like, why would we create hardship for ourselves? Why would we make the world, our life, worse than it is, or worse than it actually has to be? And it's because we don't want to deal with our emotions. We don't want to feel what is actually going on. And this is actually the root of a lot of problems. So whatever is going on in your life right now, you can ask yourself this, like, with this thing going on, what am I avoiding? It doesn't matter what type of situation it is, but you can ask yourself, like, what am I avoiding by getting this? What am I avoiding by this being hard? What am I avoiding to see, to look at, to feel by this person betraying me, or whatever it is? Because I can guarantee that there is going to be something under that. There's always something. So I really encourage you to take a look at this, because that could be the thing that is going to move you forward. That could be the thing that is going to change your life, because like I always say, you have to become aware of something to be able to change it. So you cannot change the situation you're in, this dark, downward going spiral. You cannot change it unless you stop and take a look at it and say, hold up, what is going on? What is going on in my life? How am I feeling? What am I doing? Just ask yourself a lot of questions and then sit down and reflect on it. Answer these questions as best as you can and keep coming back to it. Reflect, become aware. So why wouldn't we want to sit down with our emotions? Why wouldn't we? Why are we avoiding this? And I think, at least in this situation, it's because it's so hard. Like, you're only avoiding something because it's uncomfortable, because it's hard, because you don't want to, because it's probably at a deep level very painful. Like, say if you lost someone and you haven't dealt with it, you're just pushing it away, not thinking about it, not taking it in, because it's so painful. Going into it, feeling it, healing it, it's really painful. This is why there's not a lot of people out there going into this digging work, doing the inner work, doing personal development, going the spiritual way, because it's so freaking hard. It's very painful. And most people don't like that. So when you are someone who is very passionate and very ambitious and you want to go big, you will eventually be faced with some of these things. You will be faced with pain, with a lot of things you're trying to avoid, because it doesn't matter how enlightened you are. We're all human beings and we're here to learn, and we will learn until the day we die. So there's always something to work on. So if you find yourself saying this to yourself, like, I'm done, like, I'm enlightened, there's no more to work on, or you hear this from someone else, you know there's a big block, there's a big shadow, and there's something to look at, because they're avoiding it. So if you do this work, like, really pat yourself on the back. I want to cheer on you and say, great, good job, because there's not a lot of people doing this. So praise yourself. You're doing so great. You might want to take a break once in a while, because, like I said, it's really hard, this work. So I know, at least sometimes, I have to tune out and I have to give myself a break, and I have to distract myself from all of this inner work, because I just need a break. So also be kind with yourself. That was just a little side note. So one of the reasons why we might not want to go into it, or another reason, is that usually we have a fear of, like, if we go into the sorrow, if we go into the pain, we're afraid that it's never gonna let go, like we will stay stuck in it and it's never gonna release. At least for some people, this might not be everyone. If you resonate with this, you know there's something to look at. But I want you to ask yourself, like, why wouldn't I do this? Like, is it the truth that I'm gonna stay stuck forever? Is it truth that it's never gonna release? No, it's not. You have felt many, many emotions, and they all, at some point in time, they all released. You moved on. So that's not an excuse, so to speak, to not get into it. You have to, again, become aware. You have to know what is going on to change it. You have to know what is the belief, what is the pain, what are you avoiding, in order to to actually change it. And another reason why many people kind of get stuck in this bad life where they have to struggle and hustle constantly is because it's comfortable. Like they have been doing it so much that it's normal. There might also be some beliefs like I'm not good enough, I have to work hard, and so on. That's a different episode. You can go find, I think it's number 15 about beliefs. But you have to know exactly what it is that you want, exactly where you are, and what you want to be able to change it. I'm trying to come up with an example, but I can really find a good one. Maybe it'll come later. But how you do this is by taking an honest look at your life. Really be truly, completely raw and honest with yourself. And it's gonna be ugly, but it's gonna be really, really good. So do yourself that favor. Look at what is going on. And then, well, what would I like instead? Well, I would like my life to be easy. I would like a job that I love, that I'm passionate about, where I work 20 hours a week or whatever, or where I can travel at the same time, or work with this person or whatever. Where are you? Where do you want to go? So you have your starting point and you have the destination. So how can you change it? You just ask yourself, like, how can I change it? Let's say you have this idea, like you're very passionate. For example, like me, I'm very passionate about helping women. I'm very passionate about changing people's lives, helping them heal, change the energy, and manifest the life of their dreams. Like really have a life they enjoy. Okay, how can I do that? So there are very many different ways. Like I choose primarily like videos, YouTube, do a little bit of Instagram too. You could also have done it in another way. You could have found a local person who already is doing what you want to do and then follow them and say, hey, can I help you? You could do volunteer work. Also, like one big thing, which doesn't matter which way you go, is that you need help. I had my first coach mentor when I was 16, and kind of on and off had mentors and taken courses ever since, because I know I need this. Like when you're doing something alone, it's always harder than if you have someone to help you. Like say if you want to start a business and you have no experience with business at all, you need someone to help you. Like how do you open a business? How do you start it up? What do you do with taxes? How do you sell? How do you make a platform? What do you put on that platform? How do you write a post? How do you get people to sign up? How do you do a session? Like all of these things, you need support. Support could also be like friends and family, if you are so lucky to have a family that support you, and then the help, like someone professional who has already done what you want to do. Learn from them, look at what they're doing, take it in, take it down, whatever you can learn, do that. Get help. How could you change it? Answer this for yourself. Okay, so that's actually just what I wanted to say in today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you did, give it a like, give me a comment, let me know what did you get out of it? What was your aha moment? Has it helped you in some way? Please share if you find someone in this situation that I have described, someone who could, you think or feel could benefit from this episode, this video. And I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Have an amazing day. Thank you and goodbye.